Hello, this is Evangelist Dr. Robert L. McKim Sr. I'm coming with you with another video showing Jim Bakker's show from today with Rick Wiles, talking about what's going on here in the United States and around the world with Christianity. And like my other video I did with the mall cop. So what gets me is, I thought a mall was a public place. I thought a grocery store was a public place. I mean, you go there to interact with other people as well as buying things. But yet you cannot talk about what you believe in a public place. They say it's private property. So then, therefore, really, when you set foot in a mall or a grocery store or Walmart or wherever, actually, you are in violation. Automatically, you are in violation of being on somebody else's public property. It's a public property. It might be privately owned by some company, some corporation. But they open their doors to the public. Therefore, is a public place. Otherwise, malls, grocery stores, and Walmart, you might as well shut your doors now. Because if I cannot go to a grocery store or to Walmart or to a mall and talk to somebody about Jesus Christ, or sit down and open up my Bible and have a Bible study with somebody, then I'm not going to visit that place anymore. I'm not going to go back there and be ridiculed and accused of some crime that really isn't a crime. Freedom of speech means freedom of speech anywhere you go. Freedom of religion means freedom of religion anywhere you go. Doesn't mean just in your churches and closed buildings, in your homes. It means anywhere you go, get it straight. Anywhere, 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 anywhere. On the streets. In a grocery store. In a school. Anywhere you go. But we are being told we can't do that, even by other Christians. Hogwash. Bunch of lies from the pit of hell itself. And here's Jim Bakker show. Where's Rick Wiles?
Ship that food to these people hiding underground, these people being massacred, these people kicked out of their towns. And then when they leave the city, then they take their cars from them even.
Yes.
And they tell them, either give us your kids or your car is the last thing. And then they're huddled up in the mountains and they're starving. There's people that are warning us right now. I think was it the Knights of Columbus? Or?
Yes, it's the Knights of Columbus are urging the Obama administration to recognize these atrocities as a genocide.
Why is the Knights of Columbus the ones leading, trying to save the church from genocide? What is wrong with those who say you're full gospel, you that believe the whole Bible? It's hogwash. It's hogwash. You don't believe the Bible. We've cut the revelation out of the Bible. We've cut all the last days because we don't want to scare the people. I'll tell you, it's going to get scary. And your church is going to take their fist. This is what God showed me in prison. He said people will shake the fist in the faces of their preachers, and they're going to say, why did you not warn us? And the end of this is coming. Genocide. I mean the death of the church all over the world. They're dying. Their heads are being cut off. So help me God. I wish I had the guts to just put on TV the children having their heads cut off. Why? Because nothing's moving people.
It's just a movie to them. It's just a movie. It's just video.
That's
Do you want to see?
well, it's because
Did you see the little
that's
girl
right.
with her head cut
Yes.
off? You saw it.
Yes.
Because you didn't look at much of it.
Yeah, I saw it. And
And then all the people with their heads cut off, the people being burnt in cages.
the thing is, we're desensitized. That's what Rick is saying. It's
You don't know the difference between a movie and real life.
No, people don't know anymore. And especially the younger generation coming up. No, they don't know anymore. So, I mean, it's really a sick situation. We're a very sick people. It's twisted.
But we should demand of our leaders that we represent the Christians all over the world.
That's
It's
true.
wrong.
Yes, we need to.
And nobody apologizes for standing up for the Muslim world.
No.
Why are we apologizing for standing up for the Christians? It's genocide.
Yeah.
It's absolutely proven.
What will it take for America to get involved with the genocide of Christians in the Middle East? You know, Pastor, I don't know if you know this or not, but, you know, when World War II started in 1939, it took FDR 2 years to get involved. It took him 2 years. It was because of what happened on December 7th, 1941, at the attack of Pearl Harbor, where 3,000 people died. That is what it took for FDR to get involved. You see, he stood against the Axis powers of Italy, of Germany, of Japan, but they weren't getting involved. Even though reports were sitting on the president's office notifying him that there was a genocide taking place of the Jewish people. But he didn't get involved. But what did it take? What did it take for America to get involved? Japan had to attack. 3,000 people died, and it was because of that that we ultimately got involved in World War II. What if Japan wasn't attacked? Would we have not moved? I mean, that would honestly be risking the Jewish existence. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Jews were being executed every single day. Before 1941, polls in the beginning of World War II, polls of Americans, 40% of Americans believed that there was a genocide taking place of the Jews and the Christians in Germany. But yet we didn't do anything. Not until Pearl Harbor. And it was after Pearl Harbor that it shook our administration to such a degree that we said, we're taking down the Axis powers. And because of that, the Jewish people are still here. Another genocide is taking place in the Middle East. Could something once again happen to shake our administration to finally get involved, label this as genocide, and take care of the Christians in the Middle East? You don't believe so?
We've been taken over, Zach. We have been taken over, Zach.
Aren't you afraid to say that?
No, they're going to kill us, Jim. My God, Jim, they're going to kill us someday. They kill us now or later. When do you want to die? When do you want to die? Later or now?
The church is denying what you're saying.
It doesn't matter.
I know it's true. You know it's true.
Listen,
The church don't want to hear that.
Jim, I've got a granddaughter 2 years old. I am not surrendering this nation to Muslims.
Not only surrendering to Muslims, how about surrendering to the establishment? How about surrendering to the so-called Christians that want to say, I'm a radical Christian if I talk about Jesus Christ in a public place? How about that? That's also genocide. They're wanting to stop the movement of true Christianity, the holiness movement. They want to stop Christians from being holy and righteous. Instead, they want us to be meek and mild and not even say anything at all unless it's inside closed doors. Grow up. and to that fat slob mall cop. You know, that's not the not the one that was in the TV shows. Because that was a comedy. This is not a comedy. This is real life. He needs to get right with God before it's too late. Because he is not right with God. For a Christian to get on to another Christian is not right, because the Bible says we're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to betray one another. But yet in the last days we will be betraying one another. We will be other Christians will be handing over these so-called radical Christians to the authorities. And that's what's happening. Because they don't want the waves to be ruffled. They want to keep their so-called peace. What peace? There is no peace without Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. No one goes to the Father but by and only through Him. God bless you. Have a blessed day.